Every year, the same thing happens. Someone gets excited in March, walks into a garden center, grabs whatever looks good, plants it, and watches half of it die. Not because they did anything wrong, because they planted the wrong thing for their zone at the wrong time. March is one of the most misunderstood months in the garden calendar. In some zones, it's full planting season. In others, it's still too cold to put anything outside. And in a few zones, you're already thinking about summer crops. The mistake is treating March like a single universal moment. It isn't. This video gives you the exact March schedule for your zone, what goes outside now, what gets started indoors, and what you need to wait on. If you're new here and want to grow real food in a real backyard, hit subscribe. I'll be pushing out a ton of new content in the coming weeks. Step 1. Find your zone. Before anything else, you need to know your USDA hardiness zone. It's a number between 1 and 13 based on the average minimum winter temperature in your area. If you don't know yours, go to the USDA Plant Hardiness Zone map online and type in your zip code. 30 seconds. Write it down. You'll use it every single season. One thing worth knowing, your zone tells you about temperature, not rainfall, humidity, or soil type. Two gardeners in the same zone can have completely different growing conditions. But for timing your planting, the zone number is the most reliable tool you have, and it's free. This video covers zones 4 through 10, which is the vast majority of gardeners in the United States. Zone 3 or below, your March is still winter. Hold off another 4 to 6 weeks. Zone 11 or 12, you've likely already got warm season crops in the ground.
For the rest of us in growing zones 4 and 5, your last frost is somewhere between mid-April and late May. March is not an outdoor planting month for you. It is absolutely a seed starting month. Start these indoors right now. Broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. These need 6 to 8 weeks of indoor growth before they're ready to go outside. Start them now and they'll be transplant ready the moment your soil is workable. Start onions and leeks indoors now too. These are the slowest growing vegetables in the garden. They need a long head start. A March start puts you on track for a summer harvest. For your indoor setup, you don't need anything expensive. A sunny south-facing window works. If you don't have strong natural light, a basic grow light set about 2 inches above your seedlings and running 14 to 16 hours a day will do the job. Keep your soil consistently moist, but not soggy, and make sure your containers have drainage holes. Sitting in standing water wipes out more seedlings than cold ever would. If you have a cold frame, a simple hoop of wire covered with plastic sheeting, you can start hardening off spinach and lettuce in late March. A cold frame gives you 2 to 4 extra weeks at the start of the season. What you are not doing in zones 4 and 5 in March is direct sowing outdoors. The soil is cold, possibly still frozen. Seeds dropped into cold soil either rot or just sit there, doing nothing. Wait. Zone 6, your last frost falls somewhere between mid-March and mid-April. That makes March a transition month, part indoor starting, part cautious outdoor sowing. Indoors right now, start broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, peppers, and tomatoes. Peppers and tomatoes need 8 to 10 weeks of indoor growth before going outside. A March start puts you right on schedule for a May transplant after your last frost. Outdoors in Zone 6 in March, direct sow peas, spinach, and lettuce as soon as the soil can be worked. These crops tolerate frost and prefer cool conditions. Peas especially are built for early planting. They handle a light freeze without damage.
Radish seeds go in the ground now too, or in a grow bag or bucket if that's your setup. Cold tolerant, fast growing, ready to harvest in 25 days. One thing Zone 6 gardeners tend to underestimate: soil temperature matters more than air temperature for germination. Your air might hit 50 degrees on a warm March afternoon, but your soil could still be sitting at 38 or 40 degrees. Seeds won't germinate well in soil below 40 degrees, regardless of how warm the air feels. A basic soil thermometer costs about $10 and takes the guesswork out completely. Watch your nighttime temperatures. If you're getting hard freezes below 28 degrees, cover outdoor seedlings with frost cloth overnight. One hard freeze can take out seedlings that a light frost would have survived. Zone 7. March is your month. Last frost typically falls between late March and mid-April, which puts you right at the edge of full cool season planting. Direct sow outdoors right now. Lettuce, spinach, arugula, kale, chard, peas, radishes, carrots, and beets. All of these go straight in the ground now. They germinate in cool soil, tolerate light frost, and produce harvest before warm weather arrives. Carrots and beets are worth calling out specifically. Both are direct sown. You don't start them indoors, you don't transplant them. They go straight into the ground and they need loose, deep soil to develop properly. If your soil is compacted or full of rocks, grow them in a deep container or raised area where the roots have room to go straight down without hitting resistance. Indoors right now, start tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant. These need 8 to 10 weeks of indoor growth. A mid-March start gives you transplant-ready plants by mid-May, right after your last frost. Brassicas started indoors in February should be getting close to transplant size now. If your broccoli and cabbage seedlings are 4 to 6 inches tall with a solid root system, they can go outside now with frost cloth on cold nights. This is also the month to get your garden infrastructure sorted. If you're building raised areas, fill them now. If you're doing no dig, get your cardboard and compost down now so it has time to settle before you plant. Zone 8, you're ahead of most of the country. Your last frost is typically between mid-February and mid-March, which means by the time March arrives, you may already be past frost risk entirely. Cool season crops that went in the ground in January and February are producing now. Keep harvesting your greens. Keep succession sowing lettuce and spinach every 2 weeks to extend your harvest window. Direct sow outdoors in Zone 8 in March, beans, squash, and cucumbers can all go in the ground now. These are warm season crops that need soil temperatures of at least 60 degrees to germinate well. Check your soil temperature before sowing. Below 60, wait another week or two. Tomatoes and peppers started indoors in January and February should be transplant ready now. Get them in the ground after your last frost date has passed and nighttime temperatures are consistently above 50 degrees. Watch your cool season crops closely in Zone 8. As temperatures climb through March, lettuce and spinach will start pushing toward producing seeds. Once that happens, the leaves turn bitter and the plant stops producing. Harvest aggressively now before the heat takes them. Zones 9 and 10. March is less about planting cool season crops and more about transitioning out of them. Your winters are mild enough that you've had food growing since October or November. By March, that cool season window is closing fast. Harvest everything you can from your cool season garden right now. Lettuce, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, get it all out before the heat turns it bitter or forces it to go to seed. What goes in the ground in Zones 9 and 10 in March? Sweet potatoes, okra, southern peas, and heat-tolerant herbs like basil. These are crops built for warm conditions, and they'll thrive as temperatures climb through spring into summer.
Sweet potatoes in particular are worth planting carefully in Zones 9 and 10. They need a long growing season, typically 90 to 120 days, and they produce best when they have consistent warmth from planting through harvest. Get them in the ground in March, and you'll be pulling them in July or August before the most intense heat of the year arrives. Tomatoes and peppers that went in the ground in February should be establishing well now. Keep them watered consistently and watch for early pest pressure. Warm climates bring insects out early. In Zone 10, start thinking about shade management for summer. Crops staying in the ground through June and July will need protection from intense afternoon sun. Plan your shade structures now before you need them. Here's the whole thing in 30 seconds. Zones 4 and 5, get seeds started indoors now, nothing outside yet. Zone 6, start warm season crops indoors and get cold-tolerant crops in the ground. Zone 7, full cool season planting, get everything outside now. Zones 8, transition to warm season crops and harvest your greens before heat takes them. Zones 9 and 10, clear out your cool season garden and get your summer plan locked in. The gardeners producing food all season long aren't doing anything special. They're just following the calendar for their zone and not missing their windows. If you want to know how to set up your garden from the ground up before you plant any of this, that video is linked right here. Go watch that one next.